What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to yet again another episode of the Honda Recap. We had a legit episode last week. Hell of views, a lot of new people. What's up? How you all doing? Welcome back. We got cool stuff to talk about, even a Honda Ute. What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to yet again another episode of the Honda Recap. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up and that bell so you're notified every Monday night at 6 p.m. when this airs. Sit down here, hang out in the premiere live, talk about Hondas, what's been going on in the news, what's been going on YouTube, and just hanging out. And I'm ranting along here. But like I said, guys, how you all doing? It's been a good one. A lot of cool stuff has happened this week. I got a lot of videos kind of lined up right now, so I'm kind of making all the effort I can. Work's been going good. Life's been going good. I can't deny that. Everything has been going, pretty good. Anyways, guys, like I said, last week was a really, really good episode actually talking about the Civics, the new ones, the old ones, the coupes that are going away, the SIs that's going away, and it's actually a really fun topic of conversation because a lot of you actually chimed in. A good amount of you really liked the coupe, some of you didn't like the coupe, and a lot of you actually really felt like the sedan definitely needed to stay in the running, and you know what? I completely agree. Like I said, I would really love to get an SI sedan in the future. But I wanted to take a second here and talk about what's been going on in Honda news that I've noticed too. And I don't know if you guys have, but Honda actually, I think, is going to start getting into more off-road vehicles as they took out a patent and or trademark for Trailsport. Trailsport actually makes you think that, hey, you know what? They're probably going to go after the, off-road SUV market, which is something I think Honda really needs because as a person who really enjoys Hondas, we don't have too many options we can go off right now. Obviously, there was the Ridgeline. The Ridgeline was basically the Honda truck. It had the older generation, the newer generation, and it's just all we really had. But when you looked at it, the Ridgeline kind of looked like a Chevy Avalanche. It was kind of weird. It was just a strange take on a regular pickup truck. But needless to say, if you're into Hondas, you probably would buy a Ridgeline if you're only gonna want a basic truck. With that said, Honda also gave us a bunch of other opportunities to get something that was kind of in that realm. And we all know the CRVs were great. The early ones, we got the B20s. Later ones, we got the K24. CRV is also a really great car. A lot of us lifted them, took those off-road, but they weren't exactly off-road vehicles. They were SUVs. Obviously, they were meant for the road, but they were lifted a little bit. You can make them even more lifted. You could take them off-road. They were four-wheel drive. You had that capability. Obviously, a lot of people are cannibalizing them, taking them apart, putting them in their Civics now, and now we have all-wheel drive CRXs and hatches and, everything we could possibly want. But we also know that there's other things out there as well. We have the Passport, the Element, and a bunch of other vehicles that are kind of like that. Element's cool. You got that rubbery interior. You do have all-wheel drive. You have a K-Series. It's a really good rugged vehicle. It's kind of like toasterish, a little square on wheels, but it gives us a lot of ability to go off-road, camping, kind of that all-purpose, but again, not really off-road. I believe Trailsport used to be a name brand for their motorcycles in like the 70s, so it's really interesting that either they're trademarking it again or they're trying to use it for more automobile base so they can use that brand and take it into the market. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think Honda needs in the arsenal? Because I really like the idea that they're going to go about this truck direction because I've thought about it right now. I would love to have a truck, something that I can throw things in the back and just drive. The Ridgeline is good, but it's also too big. But I'm not going to lie, I really like Toyota. So if I were to do that, I might end up with a Tundra because that's the one to get. Not really a Tundra, but a Tacoma. But even now, the Tacomas are getting really big. I used to have a couple 4Runners, and those were nice size. The Hilux was a really good size truck. The early Tacomas, really awesome trucks. Now the Tacomas are just kind of big. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the Ridgeline was too. Just kind of massive, disproportional, not really what you'd expect for a truck. Obviously, it's not a Cybertruck. It's a pretty, actually truck-looking truck. So at that point, I'm really excited. But the fact that Honda is actually going with the Trailsport direction is really interesting to me because they're like, yo, let's kind of go for a demographic that isn't so street. Maybe they want to hit the trails on the weekends, or they want to go camping, but they don't want to also street the car. It's basically made to do both, but we want to lean towards the off-road. Now, Jeep does a lot of this stuff. They have like the Renegade and like certain versions of the Cherokee that are almost like Cherokee Light. They're like really small. Or the Liberty, I think, is another one that's kind of like based on the Cherokee platform, but they made it kind of like small and sporty, but it's not really meant for much, but you can take them out because it's a Jeep, so people are obviously take them off-road, right? So that's what you would get with the CRV. The CRV is kind of like your upgraded soccer mom, not van, SUV, but small, but you can take it off-road. So really what's interesting to me is I want to know if the Trailsport is going to be an actual model of car, or is it going to be a tag like the Type S, right? Are we going to get the CRV or the Ridgeline Trailsport? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, is it going to be a package, or is it actually going to be a car? I really feel that Honda needs to fill this market right now. Obviously, the electric stuff is coming, but we don't really have a truck. As I said, I keep saying it over and over, the Ridgeline was our only actual truck. We did get the Passport, which is awesome. The Element is also great. CRV is also great, but the literal just truck we don't really have. So I would love a more focused truck. If Honda wants to use the word Trailsport and put an H on an SUV that's basically made to go off-road, get mud on the tires, actually come more lifted, but built the suspension to be more lifted, I think that would actually be something beneficial to the brand, because we do need that. Jeep is gonna win. Ford is coming out with the new Bronco. The Tacoma is basically taking over. Whether you're a JDM guy or not, you're going to go for Toyota for a truck, and I think that's kind of like a giant hole in the Honda brand. In my opinion, you let me know. Well, we don't have kind of anything to go to. I know a lot of people that are getting Tacomas. The new Bronco looks sick. It's actually one of those cars that's like, hey, let's take what worked in the old 80s and early 70s and bring that back and match it. You know, like Dodge tried to do that with the Charger, but still, I don't know what the hell you guys were doing. But it looks like the Bronco is actually trying to redo that. So Honda, if you're listening out there, I would really love for you guys to just, you know, take the old models, maybe use the Trailsport and build something that like the Ridgeline, but smaller. Just something compact that we could have fun with, take on trips, go four-wheeling and have fun like the early Tacomas, or take the CRV and instead of making it more SUV, make it more like a cross tour, you know, something a little more hardcore. But you guys out there that I know are into trucks and into going off-roading and going backpacking and going camping and things like that, what do you think? Do you think we need another Element, a CRV, or a Ridgeline? What do you think Honda needs as far as an off-road capable vehicle? I would love for the Trailsport to turn into something more than just a badge or a genre of cars. I would love for it to be a new chassis dedicated to off-road and just letting us do that, because we already have the street taken care of. We have that in bigger cars. We have that in smaller cars. You've already showed us that. You already showed us that the coupe isn't doing well, so maybe we need to kind of change up the demographic, because I really see our demographic, my demographic and age group kind of moving into something where we want to go off-road, we want to take things camping, and we just want to be able to lug things around, because you know what? We got stuff to do at home. You know what I mean? Like, we got to go to the hardware store, we got to go to Home Depot, we got to go pick things up. If we had a truck to do that, it wasn't like throw it in the back of the Odyssey, kids. You know what I'm saying? What do you think Trailsport is, and what do you think they should do with that trademark? Let me know right now in the comments below. I'd really love to read them. All right, guys, with that said, I want to go over some of the comments we got last week on last week's recap, talking about what's going on with Honda as far as the Civic and the Civic Si Coupe going out of the market, kind of taking a year off. Obviously, we lost, okay, let's just go over this really quick. We lost the Civic Coupe, the Civic Si, not forever, but, you know, for 2021, I believe it'll come back refreshed. We lost the manual Accord, and we lost the Fit. Legitimately, like, I think the Fit's going away, right? So, kind of crazy, but also, as I was talking about earlier with the Trailsport, it kind of sounds like Honda needs to kind of focus in a different direction, and that's what they want to do. So, to go over some of the things we talked about last week, I'm going to kick this off with Be Easy. In my humble opinion, the coupe is the best looking, followed by the hatch, then the sedan. All right. I feel the next Si and Type R should come in a coupe and hatch styles only. Leave the sedans for normies. The Si and Type Rs are for the enthusiast vehicles and should be treated as such. Coupe for the hardcore people, hatch utility for the hardcore family, and sedan for everyone else. Let the coupe feel unique and it will sell. I feel you on this, and I do 100% feel you on this, because that's when I said the Civic Si should not be as fast as the sedan. Now, I can see you need more space, you want the same power, but you're buying the coupe for a reason. You want the coupe to get you somewhere fast and look cool. So I feel you there, I feel you there. Give the coupe a little bit more power than the sedan, just make it that much more enticing. Next up, we got Ye Savage V. Picked up a 2020 Civic Si sedan. Awesome dad car. Reliable, practical for hauling the family, and just enough power to scratch that itch when I wanted to go fast. The hatchbacks have definitely cannibalized the coupes. I'm telling you, a lot of people really like the hatchbacks, the power, and it's just like, you get a lot more room and that's just the way it is. So hey, Ye Savage V, thanks for the comment, dude. I 100% agree. Vision Studio, hope they'll be done also with the Type R so it can become a real limited edition run. That's another thing too. If the CTR goes away, the ones that are out, the value will shoot up because they're just not going to make them anymore. And we all know that Honda doesn't really make too much money off the Type Rs. All right, then we got Mark HSG, also Honda Street Garage, FK7 hatch for the win. He actually did a breakdown of the one he actually owns, and he made a lot of really, really good points. The FK7 is actually a very good chassis. You can get a downpipe, intercooler, and a whole bunch of other things, and a reflash, and you can get it close to the CTR power. Obviously, it's not a CTR. There's a lot more electronics, suspension, and components and things like that. But for the price, the FK7 can be pushed with mods and a tune to something that you would actually be happy with. All right, next up we got Brian Austin. Of the two SIs available, the Coupe is the better looking version. The hatch is still the best looking Civic overall. The SI should be available in the hatch, then fine, dump the Coupe. Agreed, dude. Agreed, and well said. All right, next we got Curtis Beef. As a 10th gen SI Coupe owner, I'm kind of bummed and also not, because this should bring up the resale value. They should have made the Type R a Coupe. Agreed. A lot of people feel that. They should have made the Type R a Coupe. I don't know why they didn't. All right, guys, with that said, thanks for everybody who's commented. I will get to things next week. Like I said, let me know what you think Honda needs to do with the Trailsport brand, badge, or whole chassis. And now let's get into this week's recap. I want to kick this off with Chris Sadowski. If you guys have been watching his channel, you know that he's been kind of going through some things personally, but in his latest video, he's actually finally taking some steps into his personal life and growth and started buying a bunch of parts because he wants to build up the shop that he's got going in his house right now to kind of build some stuff for himself, fabrication, make things. Sadowski built. He's been making some catch cans. He's made some X bars for his Del Sol. I'm really excited and I want those to come back very, very soon, man. So definitely give Chris Sadowski a follow. Keep watching his content. I'm really excited, and I really look forward to you creating something for yourself, man. Following that, we got JP built with, again, the CB7 content because he's got a catch can. He actually took the valve cover off his car. I think he was doing some valve work, but also trying to get things together because he wants his car to get ready finally to the track. I think he's trying to get it to the dyno and then to the track. I may be wrong there, but JP build, absolutely check this guy out. He's got a lot of things going, and one of the newest CB7 content. The quality is really, really, really good. Next up, we got Steven Ocasio. This guy has been under the radar for a while, picking up parts. He's going to be rebuilding the B16. He's got some awesome things in the works. So I'm excited for you, man. You got family stuff. You're taking care of them, but then at the same time, you're hustling, working, you're making videos, and you're also just making it so that you can stash parts because, like you said once, Rome wasn't built in a day, man. You just got to do all this stuff, and it will pay off. After that, we got Deadbeat Garage putting out a 40-minute video of the Khaki Civic on the dyno with a bunch of other cars as well. But I'm really excited to finally see the Khaki Civic on a dyno, getting a proper tune, and then getting to see what it puts out on the street, hooking up and ripping the streets, man. I'm really excited for you, man. Finally, the Khaki Civic is coming to a close. Well, not really, but just coming together, rather. Following that, a big shout out to Rev High Drive Happy, hitting 1,000 subscribers, and he's over there doing a giveaway. So rules, very easy. Just run over to his channel, leave a comment on what you've gotten from the channel, why you like it, why you support it, or what you've learned. He actually has a set of really, really nice JDM DC2 Integra style taillights that will be going out to one lucky winner. You just have to go over there and leave a comment, and I think it goes to August 1st, and then you'll go ahead and pick a winner. Next up, we got SP Tuning. La Fea is back. He's going for 1,000 horsepower. He got an awesome Whitfield manufacturing header that's going to be going on there. I think SB Machine Shop is building a head for him right now, so everybody's kind of contributing, helping out with La Fea. 1,000 horsepower. Probably you got some crazy stuff going out there in Florida. You got the house, the car's coming back. You got some proper parts, some awesome people that got your back. I'm one of them. I'm really excited for this build. Bring it back. Following that, we got my boy Izzy Still YDG, and he helped me out. I actually picked up his Comtech Icebox off his F20B hatch that he has going right now. He's actually going to be going boost, so I was able to pick up some parts from him. We did a little collab, and his video came out really good. Definitely go over to his video, watch the install of the turbo, basically fitting up the turbo and the manifold. I'm really excited, man. You're going to put down some major power, and you're buying some quality parts. After that, we got Garage Spec Civic with a legitimate legitimate Civic. This guy has been basically putting in so much work. H22 got the Recaros in there, taking it for a drive. This guy needs some more subs, man. The quality is moving up, and the Civic is looking better and better every video I see you upload. All right, guys, and last but not least, to round this off, we've got Adam Ivel. I know a lot of you guys have followed this guy way back from 621 and Adam Ivel, and he's got all his friends back on, but he is taking a Civic and creating a Ute. Something we don't see here, chopping the back off, making a Civic truck, this is what I'm saying, right? We need a truck. So, Adam Ivel out there in the UK, putting in work, chopping and making a Civic Ute. Definitely check out this build. I'm really excited for it. They got a lot of people that were able to fit in it, but it's really cool. I'm really excited. Hopefully you can build something really awesome. Take some notes out of Mighty Car Mod's book. See what you guys can do. Hopefully you put a cage in there, make the frame a little bit more rigid, but definitely check out Adam Ivel's channel for a Civic Ute content. All right, guys, that's it for this episode of the Honda Recap. That's it for this week. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up and that bell so you're notified every Monday night at 6 p.m. West Coast time. Thank you to everybody in Premiere, everybody who's up right now on the East Coast still hanging out in your evening. I really appreciate that all you guys always come here to hang out, and we hang out, you know what I'm saying? I love it. Talking Hondas, hanging out with you guys in Premiere, just seeing or thinking, you know, that you guys are all having smiling faces while you're here. Do me a favor, guys, make sure to hit that thumbs up. It really helps grow the channel. It definitely helped last week, and I'm really excited for all the new people that have joined us. Make sure you head over to HondaVlogs.com/shop. Pick yourself up a shirt, sticker, a hoodie, or anything else you guys need to support the channel. I'll see you guys next week. Make sure you leave in the comments what you think Honda should do with the new Trailsport badge. I really love to see a truck or a better, more off-road SUV type vehicle. I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.